Your Infernal Majesty, there's some unexpected news from the realm above.
Unexpected news? Spit it out, minion. What's going on?
It's about a new nail polish line inspired by your realm, my lord. It's called the Underworld Collection, by Mooncat.
Inspired by my realm, you say? And who gave them the right to use my domain as inspiration?
It appears the mortals on Earth took it upon themselves to create this collection. They thought it would be trendy and edgy?
Trendy and edgy? I am the embodiment of wickedness and darkness. They can't just waltz in here and turn it into some nail art extravaganza.
I understand your frustrations. Perhaps they didn't realize the implications?
Implications? Implications? They should have consulted me first. I could have given them some devilish ideas. But now, I have a devilish idea of my own. They want to play in the underworld, they're playing with me. Prepare a portal to Earth, minion. I'm going to deal with them myself.
What's up everyone, it's Kyle from Color Expression, back with another swatch and review. Today I am so excited to be partnering up with Mooncat to check out their newest release, which is their Underworld Collection. These are 6 new polishes plucked straight from the depths of the invisible realm, and they are so gorgeous. We have shimmer, we have some glitter, multi-chrome, hollow, all of the amazing things that you could expect to find in a collection like this. They're here, so I cannot wait to look at these polishes with you guys. These are here to stay and available today, so I will link the Mooncat website down below. The individual shades retail for $15 USD, or you can grab the whole collection for a slight discount at $81 USD. Mooncat polishes are made in the USA, and their formulas are 10-free, vegan, and cruelty-free, and they ship to a whole bunch of countries, so I will also link that shipping FAQ page down below so you can see if they ship to yours. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you love nail polish, if you love Mooncat, if you love people being goofy on the internet, that's what you're going to find here. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, but I think it's time we sink down below the ground and check out these swatches. First up, we have Stolen Ambrosia. This one is a sort of corally base color, and then in there we have a shimmer that from this angle head on, it's sort of an orange color, I guess you could say. It's almost a little bit pinky as well, nestled in that base, but then when this one shifts over in the extreme angle, you're gonna get such a strong, just like smack in the face of this golden shimmer. It looks so good. It's so bright and sparkly. I can't wait for you to see it, because this one, it's just so shifty. This is one of those shimmer polishes that has that really glowy effect where any amount of light hits it and it just feels like it's lighting up so bright. So I love that about this one. I love the color combo. I love the inspiration and how we get this sort of fiery but like soft orangey red pink. It's like so many colors in one. There you can start to see that shift, and it's just so beautiful. I'm such a fan of this shade. I feel like Mooncat always does such a good job with these colored jelly base shimmer polishes. We have a few more in this collection as well, but definitely add this one to your cart. Up next we have Pandemonium, which is this super vibrant, beautiful red polish. You can see on that first swipe and on this first coat, we are getting insane coverage for this being that sort of jelly base with some shimmer in it. So I was really blown away the first time I started putting this one on. I was like, what is happening? This coverage is wild, but in the angle here you can't really fully see the shimmer in its true glory, and there's also these sort of slightly larger iridescent flecks. It's a super interesting mix of pigments, and that red base just complements them so nicely. So once we get into the macro, the full hand shots, you'll get to see some of the color shift in here. We're getting that pink in the sort of head-on light, and then you'll see in the shot after this one that actually shifts over to a really beautiful orangey color. So we're getting some color shift here. We're getting really great coverage, just such a gorgeous polish. If you like reds, this is definitely going to be a new staple in your collection. Up next, we have Gates of Hell, which is just such a great name for this polish. We're getting that sort of black to red multi-chrome, but it's in this almost deep, dark, blackened, maroony purple base. It's such a cool, interesting base color. And then you can see we're also getting a bunch of scattered hollow glitter in here. So the way that all those things mix together, I think looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks like sort of stars in a sky, or it looks like a wrought iron gate with fire glowing behind it once you get the nail moving around in the light, and then that added hollow. It's just, oh my gosh, this one is so cool. It's so beautiful, and I really like the colored base paired with the multichrome. I feel like you don't really see that a lot, and it just looks so good. It really deepens out that multichrome pigment, and then that hollow, I mean, the hollow just looks so good. I feel like they look so glowy. You can see that red shift here in this angle. I could stare literally at the swatch for hours. I think it looks so freaking gorgeous. Switching over to the cooler side of this collection, first we're looking at Pomegranate Seeds. This one is a sort of pinky purple magenta base color, and then in there we have a blue shimmer as well as a bunch of orange and pink. Well, I think it's orangey pink. It's just one iridescent flake, but they have this sort of two-colored look, and then under the layers of base you get this really cool depth, and you can see how many of them are actually in here as we're building this one up in 3 coats. I felt like 3 looked best just because this base was a little bit thinner, so just adding that extra layer of pigment, the shimmer, the flakies, it just gave it that much more of a fuller look. So I definitely loved that 3rd coat, but you can see here just so many flakies end up on the nail, and at the edges you can start to see a little bit of that orange to them. It's like really nice, and I feel like such a cool color combination of that iridescent flake with the blue shimmer and then that sort of purpley pink base. It's just so interesting. It looks so nice. I love the contrast of color, and if you like purples, I like purple. Definitely a good one to have in your collection. Up next, we have House of Hades, and this one is that ultra-fine flaky formula we've been seeing from Mooncat lately, and I'm totally a fan of this one in this formula. I think this almost grayish purple base paired with these really vibrant blue flakies looked so gorgeous, and I feel like on that first coat this one is so unassuming, but once we build it up with a 2nd and 3rd coat, you just get so many of those flakies on the nail, and the way that they layer up and then how they hit the light, it's just honestly unreal. It's something you have to see in person. These practically look like a glitter polish, but it's actually iridescent flakes. It's super cool. It's super sparkly. They look so nice. This is such a great, just straight up blue polish. If you like blues, this is a great one to have. And then we do get a little bit of a, I'm not sure if it's a shift to purple or if it's just that base creeping out a little bit more, but at that extreme angle you do get a little bit of a purple glow at the edge of the nail. So I really liked that little addition to this shade as well. I think it just looks so good. Rounding out our collection, we have River Styx, and this one is a sort of teal jelly base, and then in there we are getting a bunch of a golden green shimmer that in the more extreme angle shifts over to a blue, so it almost sort of fades away in that base color, but I feel like it's such a pretty pigment, and in this blue base it just has that really glowy effect that some shimmers get, so I love that about this one. And you can see on the 2nd coat, these 2 coats gave really great coverage. I felt like there was honestly no visible nail line after the 2nd coat, so I was a big fan of that for the shade, and you can see that really nice shimmer. There is so much on the nail, and it just really lights up in that light, so I love that about these, and I feel like it was just so nice to use. You get a super pretty finished look. I feel like this one could almost be a little bit oceany, a little beachy too, if you want to think of it that way. So it's kind of a fun little twist on this shade. But yeah, I really like this one. Again, if you like a sort of lighter polish, this one might be more up your alley out of these two blues. But looking at our whole collection together, we are going to see that range of color we got. You can see on the top, we're getting all of those sort of warmer colors, that sort of black to red shade, and then down on the bottom, we're getting those cooler colors, the purples, the blues. Even though some of the pigments in there have that warmer feel, it's like really nice contrast between these two sides of the collection. I feel like, oh, they did such a good job with these. Now that we've seen these new shades, I want to hear your thoughts on them, so leave a comment down below. Let me know which one is your favorite. Which ones do you think you're going to pick up? Do you think this is a collection where you're like, I'm grabbing that whole thing? Because personally, I feel like for an Underworld themed collection, we got some really unique colors. I feel like the way that Mooncat looks at a concept and sort of says, okay, what's our color story? What are our formulas? What are we going to do to make these as unique as we can? They did it. They always do it. They do such a good job. I feel like you think Underworld, you're like, yeah, red, black, maybe like oranges, fire, but then the way they came in with these blues and the shimmers and these different flakies and hollow and just all of the things coming together, I think they did such a good job, and I will probably say that in every Mooncat review forever because they always do an amazing job executing on the shades. The formulas are always super easy to work with, and I am just such a fan, so I definitely recommend if any of these colors are calling out to you, pick them up because you're definitely not going to be disappointed. Like I mentioned earlier, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you're always staying up to date on the newest Mooncat and nail polish content, but I think that's going to be it for this video today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Inspire. I'm just such a broken record when it comes to Mooncat reviews because I feel like they always such. I just had, oh my god, that was so scary. I was like, I forgot to record. I haven't been recording. I have. It's been 8 minutes and I have been recording, so.